An iconic club on the Strip close for good, Las Vegas and California are about to get a lot closer, and MGM Grand is making changes to over 4,000 rooms. So get ready, because we've got all that and more coming up in this month's Las Vegas news, updates, and rumors for February 2025. The latest tourist numbers show that from the beginning of 2024 through the end of November, an estimated 38.3 million people have visited Las Vegas, which is a 2.2% increase from last year. The average price for a room on the Strip is now $206, a 0.6% increase, and the average room price in downtown has reached $105, a 0.5% decrease. The Strip has made $7.9 billion so far in gambling revenue, a 1% decrease, and downtown has made $849 million, a 2% increase. Formula One is expanding in Las Vegas. An RJ article at the end of 2024 reports locals and tourists next year will have a variety of more affordable experiences next year, when F1 is expected to offer the space to the public for experiences during non-race days. The 39-acre site will have experiences like F1-inspired karting, and an exhibit with a 4D virtual racing experience, simulators for fans to compete against each other, as well as opportunities for private buyout events. Renee Wilms, CEO of the Las Vegas Grand Prix, said in a statement, "Our commitment to the Las Vegas community runs deep, and we could not be happier to bring this collection of unique and immersive experiences to the destination." The November 2024 casino revenue numbers are in, and the Strip revenue was down 4% from what it was in November a year ago. F1's presence in November 2023 provided a significant boost to November gambling revenue for the Strip from the year before, but does not appear that the second year was able to match the inaugural Grand Prix. There was a debate over the total attendance for the weekend when the numbers released by F1 did not match what the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department had reported. F1 stated 306,000 people attended, while LVMPD reported it was 139,000 by their count. One thing to keep in mind when it comes to casino revenue numbers is that they are not weighted based on how many casinos are operating, meaning that some of the lower gambling revenue numbers we've seen on the Strip in 2024 are due to the fact that two casinos, Mirage and Tropicana, are no longer operating. One of the Strip's longtime popular day clubs has closed for good. Wet Republic at MGM Grand will not be coming back for next pool season. Instead, it will be replaced this summer by Palm Tree Beach Club. MGM Grand's website states that the club is set to redefine the Las Vegas day life scene with an exhilarating new experience on the Las Vegas Strip. Created in partnership with Tao Hospitality Group and Palm Tree Crew, this exclusive Las Vegas beach club elevates luxury poolside lounging with tropical energy, private cabanas, and headline entertainment. The fires in Southern California have made international news, and Southern Nevada first responders were deployed earlier this month to help with the emergency. Firefighters from the departments of Clark County, Las Vegas, North Las Vegas, Henderson, and Pahrump all left earlier this month to support Southern California first responders. With an estimated over 12,000 structures burned and people needing a place to stay, there have been reports that the Las Vegas real estate market could see an increase in rent and home prices due to basic supply and demand based on how many people choose to move here instead of staying in California. Las Vegas turning into Hollywood 2.0 is still in the works. A video was released showing the $1.8 billion studio complex Sony Pictures, Howard Hughes Holdings, and Summerlin resident Mark Wahlberg want to build. The facility will span 31 acres and feature 500,000 square feet of sound stages and production spaces. The RJ reports an economic study commissioned to gauge the impact of building a film and TV studio suggests one studio project could create 16,000 jobs and contribute about $1.2 billion to Nevada's state economic output. A recent press release announced MGM Grand is undergoing $300 million in renovations encompassing all 4,212 rooms and suites in the main tower that is expected to be done by December 2025. The goal is to enhance the overall guest experience with modern, sophisticated design elements inspired by the flair of the disco era. MGM Grand President and Chief Operating Officer Mike Neubecker told the RJ, "We have a lot of travelers coming to Las Vegas who are high-spend non-gamblers. They're coming here for experiences, or they're a foodie, or they're here for entertainment or sports. They aren't afraid to spend for good experiences, and at the end of the day, this new room product will be able to deliver that." More details have been made public for Wrestlemania 41 coming to Las Vegas in April. Wrestlemania will take place in Las Vegas for the first time in 32 years on the weekend of April 19th and 20th. The event is expected to fill 144,000 hotel rooms by bringing an estimated 180,000 fans to Sin City. A fan convention called WWE World is planned for the entirety of WrestleMania weekend at the Las Vegas Convention Center as an interactive way for fans to celebrate pro wrestling. The Super Bowl is right around the corner and is one of the biggest events every single year in Las Vegas. There's no shortage of places you can watch the game either for free or at a viewing party with your own private seating area. If you're thinking of coming to Vegas for this year's Super Bowl, then you'll definitely want to get the free watch party guide that I've created of almost 30 places to watch the game. It covers on-strip, downtown, off-strip, and even Boulder City. Link is below and enjoy the game. Billionaire casino owner Phil Ruffin recently said in an interview with Forbes that he is selling the Circus Hotel and Casino. Ruffin purchased the property for $825 million in 2019 from MGM Resorts and claims that it is now worth $5 billion, partly due to the completion of Fontainebleau and the possibility of something finally being built where Wet n Wild used to be. Ruffin told Forbes it's the best piece of land on the West Coast. It's got the highway, it's got the Sahara, it's got 2,000 feet on the strip, and it's the last strip property. At 102 acres is just a massive amount of land. You can almost build a city on it. Ruffin is also the owner of Treasure Island Casino and 50% owner of Trump Hotel in Las Vegas. Ruffin also told Forbes that when he sells Circus, he plans to buy another property on the strip with the proceeds to avoid capital gains taxes. As a follow-up to one of the most controversial changes in local law, Las Vegas police made 122 arrests for stopping on pedestrian bridges towards the end of 2024. This county ordinance was quickly passed shortly after F1's first year in Las Vegas. The response from locals and tourists alike seemed to be mixed.
Well, at the start of the year, Clark County commissioners passed an ordinance creating pedestrian flow zones on the Las Vegas Strip's pedestrian bridges, citing a disproportionately higher number of police calls to these bridges.
Right, so the key was that you can't stop or stand in these flow zones, otherwise you could get a misdemeanor. The law is very controversial. In fact, the ACLU has an ongoing lawsuit against the county, but is it working? 8 News Now reporter Ryan Tismaneski looks into it.
At the start of the year, Clark County passed the Flow Zone Ordinance. So far in 2024, Metro police officers made at least 122 arrests for Clark County's pedestrian flow zone ordinance. That's according to a letter they sent me after a records request. I've got a copy of the ordinance right here. Here's what it states. To maintain the safe and continuous movement of pedestrian traffic, it is unlawful for any person to stop, stand, or engage in an activity that causes another person to stop or stand within any pedestrian flow zone. So if I stop moving right now, I'm breaking the law. The penalty for breaking said law is up to 6 months in jail or a fine up to $1,000, or a combination of the two.
Plans are moving forward with what to do with the land where two casinos used to sit. In 2022, Station Casinos demolished the Texas Station and Fiesta Rancho casinos, one of several notable changes that the company made after Nevada reopened from COVID lockdowns. The land has remained largely empty since the demolition, but that is about to change. 8 News Now reports City of North Las Vegas officials have given the green light to making a $380 million mixed-use development at the site of the former Texas Station and Fiesta Rancho. The plan is to turn the lots into a massive complex featuring housing, businesses, restaurants, and recreational facilities, including replacing the current ice rink with an indoor field and building a new ice rink. The first day of the year in Las Vegas started off with a Tesla truck on fire in the valet area of Trump Tower. Firework mortars and camp fuel canisters were found stuffed into the back of the vehicle. The act was done by a man named Matthew Livelsberger. The investigation is ongoing, but police have sent multiple devices of his to the FBI and found several writings on Livelsberger's phone, which contained a variety of grievances and issues, some political, some personal, they said. A high-speed rail network is in the early stages in California and plans to connect Las Vegas to much of California. A groundbreaking ceremony took place near Bakersfield earlier this month. When the project is finished, it will connect Northern California in San Francisco and Sacramento to Southern California via the Central Valley, where it will end in San Diego. This network is in conjunction with the Brightline West project to connect Las Vegas to Victorville. The Brightline West project is expected to be ready to carry passengers when the 2028 Olympic Games arrive in Los Angeles. A $200 million project to help reduce homelessness in Southern Nevada is moving forward. The RJ reports the Governor's Office of Economic Development approved the Campus for Hope Foundation. The application approval gives the nonprofit, supported by members of the resort industry, the ability to move forward with building a transitional housing complex in Las Vegas with $100 million of state funding. The 26-acre facility will be located at Charleston and Jones with a target completion date of 2027. The Las Vegas area has seen an increase in homelessness since 2019, including a 20% increase from 2023 to 2024. The transitional housing is expected to last 4 to 6 months for people who will be referred through other nonprofit partners or supportive services. Officials with the project have said they have not yet determined its capacity because the project is still in the design phase. We will now rapid fire some more updates across the Vegas Valley before diving into the rumors section. All of the table games have been removed from the Strat's high limit area and replaced with slot machines. The Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department welcomed 45 new officers to the force. Local reporter Heather Mills of 8 News Now retired after 17 years on air. The local community showed support with a GoFundMe for a theater that was burglarized on Christmas Day. Country music singer Kenny Chesney will begin a new 12-show residency at the Sphere beginning on May 22nd. Oakland A's president Dave Kaval resigned from his position, despite being one of the major faces of pushing the team to relocate to Las Vegas. Robots performed at the Sphere for the first time ever. The Biden administration moved to ban oil, gas, and geothermal development for 20 years in northeastern Nevada's Ruby Mountains. Voodoo Lounge at the Rio is now open Fridays and Saturdays from 10 p.m. to 3 a.m. with live DJ for those 21 and over. Restaurants Julian Serrano Tapas at Aria and Villa Azure inside Venetian have both closed for good. TikTok went dark and came back just before the presidential inauguration. Google Fiber broke ground on the west side of Las Vegas earlier this month, and Lake Mead water level projections improved by 14 feet compared to a year ago. As we enter the rumors section, there was one floating around about Deion Sanders possibly becoming the next head coach of the Raiders. If you're thinking about coming to Las Vegas for this year's Super Bowl, then be sure to click on the link in the description below. Thanks for watching. I'm Jacob. This is My Life in Vegas.